Western that fans call one of the greatest shows of all time is coming. The wildly popular Western melodrama, Yellowstone, created by Taylor Sheridan, will soon make its way to Netflix in the UK, Canada, and the Netherlands. Although the number of seasons available remains unconfirmed, it's likely that the first 3 seasons will be released. Meanwhile, the show's 4th and 5th seasons will continue to be exclusive to Paramount+. The UK release on Netflix is set for January 30 at 8 a.m. However, Netflix subscribers in the US won't be able to enjoy the series due to pre-existing licensing agreements. Despite this, according to Flix Patrol, the show has secured a spot in Netflix's TV Top 10 lists in over 50 countries. Yellowstone is often praised by fans as one of the greatest shows of all time, boasting captivating family drama and A-list stars like Kevin Costner. On Reddit, fans eagerly shared their thoughts about the show, with one user, Emevalier, writing, "Just finished watching Season 4. Yellowstone has quickly become one of my fav shows of all time. The quality of the show hooked me from the very beginning. The cinematography has no comparison. I know this may be polarizing, but Teen Beth and Rip all the way. I think I'm going to wait to watch Season 5 until the second part is released. Or is it a better idea to watch part I now? P.S. I also feel the need to say, Gator's work goes highly unappreciated. They don't ever end up eating anything. The scene about the vegan breakfast was epic. The debut season of the series received high praise on Rotten Tomatoes, being lauded as one of the greatest shows of all time." The critique continued, "The writing and direction by Taylor Sheridan is absolutely flawless." As the show progressed, its viewership numbers soared, with the final season's opening episode attracting a staggering 12.1 million viewers. While the 3rd season boasted a perfect approval score of 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, opinions on the series finale have been decidedly mixed. In a bombshell announcement in May 2023, Paramount revealed that Kevin Costner would exit his role as John Dutton at the conclusion of the first half of Season 5, much to the dismay of the show's dedicated following. The second segment of the 5th and concluding season made its debut in November 2024. In a golden age of television, where streaming services dominate our screens and prestige dramas seem to emerge weekly, the Western genre is poised to make a roaring comeback. Not with the dusty tropes of yesteryears, but with a groundbreaking series that promises to redefine what a Western can be. The buzz. Fans and critics alike are already whispering that it may be one of the greatest shows of all time. Set to debut in the fall of 2025, The Last Frontier is more than just another show. It's a sprawling epic blending gritty realism, Shakespearean drama, and jaw-dropping visuals. Here's why The Last Frontier could be the Western that gallops into the pantheon of all-time greats. The premise: Blood on the Prairie. At its core, The Last Frontier is a story about survival and legacy. Set in the Dakota Territory in the late 1800s, the series follows the intertwining lives of 2 families: the McAllisters, a ranching dynasty on the brink of collapse, and the Black Eagle clan, a Lakota family determined to preserve their heritage as the land around them is swallowed by settlers. The show doesn't shy away from the brutal realities of the period, exploring themes of greed, betrayal, and resilience. Where most Westerns glamorize the era with simplistic good versus evil narratives, The Last Frontier opts for nuance. There are no outright villains or heroes, just people making impossible choices. The characters, complex and compelling. What elevates The Last Frontier is its cast of deeply layered characters. Take Eleanor McAllister, the matriarch of the McAllister family. Played by Academy Award winner Viola Davis, Eleanor is a woman of sharp intellect and unyielding determination, struggling to maintain her family's ranch while grappling with her own moral compromises. Opposite her is Chaska Black Eagle, portrayed by rising star Alex Maras. Chaska is a Lakota warrior torn between honoring his ancestors and navigating a world where survival often means striking uneasy alliances. The ensemble cast includes heavyweights like Bryan Cranston as the corrupt railroad tycoon Jasper Boone, who is as charming as he is ruthless, and relative newcomer Emma Myers as Clara McAllister, Eleanor's youngest daughter, whose progressive ideals clash with the realities of frontier life. A visual masterpiece. Helmed by visionary director Denis Villeneuve, Dune, Blade Runner 2049. The Last Frontier is a visual feast. Filmed on location in the rugged terrains of Montana and Alberta, the show immerses viewers in sweeping vistas of untamed wilderness, towering mountain ranges, and sun-soaked prairies. The cinematography is more than eye candy, it's storytelling. Each frame captures the isolation, danger, and beauty of the frontier, making the land itself feel like a character. Authenticity meets innovation. To ensure historical accuracy, the show enlisted historians and cultural consultants, including Native American advisors, to weave authenticity into the narrative. But The Last Frontier isn't content to dwell in realism alone. It pushes boundaries with an ambitious, almost operatic tone. The musical score, composed by Hildur Gudnadottir, Joker, Chernobyl, combines traditional Western motifs with haunting, modern orchestration. Breaking boundaries. What truly sets The Last Frontier apart is its willingness to tackle subjects many Westerns avoid. It explores the devastating impact of westward expansion on indigenous communities, the intersection of race and gender in a harsh patriarchal society, and the environmental cost of manifest destiny. Yet it does so without veering into preachiness, instead presenting these issues through the lens of compelling personal stories. A cultural phenomenon in the making. Months before its release, The Last Frontier has already generated massive buzz. Early test screenings reportedly left audiences in awe, with some comparing it to Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones in terms of scope and storytelling. Social media is ablaze with theories and discussions, and the show's tagline, "What is freedom worth?" has sparked debates about its thematic resonance. Merchandise, from replica props to clothing inspired by the series, has already hit shelves, and a companion podcast delving into the historical context of each episode is in the works. Fan expectations. Fans are expecting the series to deliver everything from epic showdowns to poignant moments of quiet humanity. If the pilot is even half as good as the trailer, we're looking at history being made, wrote one Reddit user after the teaser dropped. Meanwhile, critics are hailing The Last Frontier as a game-changer for its inclusive storytelling and breathtaking ambition. The legacy of the Western. For decades, the Western has been a cornerstone of American storytelling, from John Ford classics like The Searchers to revisionist masterpieces like Unforgiven. But the genre has struggled to evolve in a way that resonates with modern audiences. The Last Frontier is poised to change that. By embracing complexity and diversity, it offers a new vision of the West that feels both timeless and urgent. The stakes are high. With its staggering $200 million budget, The Last Frontier is one of the most expensive television series ever produced. The gamble is clear. Redefine the Western or fade into the background of an oversaturated market. But with a powerhouse creative team, a stellar cast, and a story that promises to captivate millions, the odds seem firmly in its favor. Conclusion: a show for the ages. As the premiere date approaches, anticipation for The Last Frontier has reached fever pitch. Will it live up to the hype? Early signs suggest it just might. If it does, it won't merely be remembered as a great Western. It will be celebrated as one of the greatest shows of all time. For now, all we can do is wait, count down the days, and prepare for a journey into the untamed heart of America's past. If the show's tagline is any indication, The Last Frontier might just answer the question, what is freedom worth?